Good evening, everybody. And of course, if you're watching this later, that means you're in the future and I'm in the past. And, you know, let me say hello to you from 2018. Anyway, the difference between this video and last week's video, or earlier this week, is I'm not going to wait a couple days to make this one because we got another game tomorrow. But tonight's game, there's a lot to talk about, and I'm going to try to cover as much as I can. Tonight we were expecting only 5 people to show up. Unfortunately, we only had 4 show up. Now I thought we were going to have to forfeit if that happened. I may have misread the rules wrong, or they may have slightly changed. I'm not sure. Either way, I'm glad that didn't happen. Because if that would have been an option, I wouldn't have let it happen. For the simple fact that I seen what would happen last week. And I would much rather you lose it on your own merit than to actually just be forced to give it away. So with that said, I had 4 goals set for us in the video from the other day. Score a point, outscore an opponent in a quarter, outscore an opponent in a half, and win a game. Tonight, we accomplished 3 of them. Not only did we score our first points of the season on a jumper by Jaden with the assist by Zoe, but we scored a total of 8 points between 2 players. Jaden had 6, Zoe had 2. Now, of course, if we could get Zoe to go down and rebound on offense more, that might increase some of those second chance opportunities. But thing is, she did exactly as I told her to do, and that was go up there and help her point guard control the ball. I can't even begin to start with the goals. Now, of course, I've got traffic coming by, so it's going to be loud for just a second. A single car ain't come up this street in a couple of hours, and all of a sudden I get 3 back. Anyway, so with that being said, I want to brag on Jaden for a minute. Halfway somewhere in the second quarter, all of a sudden you seen his body language change. And it's like everything clicked for him. All of a sudden, he looked like a point guard out there. He looked like a basketball player. He was turning around, looking at the clock. He's sitting there trying to watch his teammates. He wasn't thinking about the dribbling no more. It was becoming second nature. And as a coach, to watch a kid who was just a video gamer 2 months ago all of a sudden become a point guard, that is such an evolution in a player's growth period that you can't help but feel giddy on the inside. And I sat there and I just watched. And as he grew, I noticed that Emma and Val was growing. And of course, Zoe was. Now, obviously, Jaden scored the first points this season. That got goal number 1 out of the way. Now, last week, we gave up 8 points in the first quarter. And, you know, we held them to 16 for the rest of the game. Almost the same exact thing happened this week. Almost. This week, we gave up 12 in the first quarter. So that means they should have scored 48. But we held them to 25. Yes, the scoreboard quit working, or they quit putting the score up. But they scored 25 for the entire game. So you guys went out and halved their production from the first quarter. They scored 9 in the second quarter. So 21 in the first half. That means they should have scored 42 for the entire game. 4 more points for the rest of the game. You held them scoreless in the third quarter, and you held them to 4 points in the fourth quarter. Now, the thing is, yeah, we went scoreless in the third quarter, but we scored 6 in the fourth quarter. Now, if we're going to accomplish the goal of going out here and outscoring a team in a quarter and a half, I'm always going to want it to be the fourth quarter, and I'm always going to want it to be the second half, because that's when teams that are the best show that they are the best. Anybody can come out and start a race, but not everybody's going to finish that race. Our guys went out there, played 4 against 7. The other team was sucking wind when we were still okay. That goes back to the conditioning and the defense that we learned from day one, guys. That's why we did all that running, all those wild sits. Because it's not a happening and it's not an occurrence now. It is a trend that is building. And I want to see this trend continue tomorrow. With that being said, I can't even begin to explain to you, like, guys, I told y'all, I mean, I know we're a bad basketball team, but it doesn't mean we have to stay that way. And you're not. You're getting better. So here in a month, when the season's almost over, I can't wait to see how much you have progressed in that time period. Yes, I know we're going to have the Christmas break, and that's going to hurt a little bit. But I can't wait to see what happens. Because, honestly, we're going to end up being a force to be reckoned with at one point. Sure, I admit, we're not going to have the best players, but we will have the best team. And I've always believed the team that gels together and comes together first is usually the team to be reckoned with. I think that might be us, guys, or gals, you know, since like 5 of y'all, and only 2 of us, Jaden, right? I mean, so, folks, I think that's going to be us. I think we're going to be that team that's going to come out for the rest of the season after this weekend, and we're going to surprise a lot of people because you guys just keep playing hard, and when the other team's ready to sit down and give up, you guys are still going. The thing that really makes me happy with y'all is all y'all have a good attitude towards this. You're eager to do stuff. You're eager to hustle. And when I tell you to keep your hands up, you do it. That is important, and you will learn that later in life. So I'm going to end this video because I got to get in here. It's probably like 12:15, I think. I need to get in here, get in the bed, because I'm going to have to be up at about 7:15 so I can be at the gym by 8:30 so we can do this all over again. I can't wait to see what happens tomorrow, because 16-0 first game, 25-8 today. Yes, we gave up more than the 20 points than I wanted, but when you really factor it in, 25 plus 16 equals 41, so 20.5 points per game. Okay. And that 17-point differential tonight means 1 point difference from last week, and we played a much better team tonight. I'm proud of y'all. So we will do it again in the morning, and I hope everybody had a good shower when they got home. They ate some good food, and that they're all sleeping really good right now, because you're going to need it. Thank you, guys. I will see you in a few